Hi there, RC Girl here. Today I'm back with a video on the Hobbywing QuicRun Fusion 2-in-1 Motor ESC combo. This is a brushless censored Motor ESC combined in one motor can unit. Kind of a cool technology from Hobbywing. I'm excited to try it out. It's designed specifically for RC crawlers. Today we're going to be installing this in my Traxxas TRX-4. We're still running the brushed stock electronics, so it's overdue for an upgrade. I've heard amazing things about this. It's super quiet, also has a lot of precision control. In this video, I'm going to unbox it. We're going to install it and run it in my Traxxas TRX-4. How does it handle with the Traxxas TRX-4 2-speed? Does it overheat? How does the FOC technology work? I'm going to answer those questions and more. Stay tuned. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Here you're going to find RC reviews, tips and tricks, run videos, flight videos, and other things related to RC. So if you guys want to see more, make sure you like and subscribe. Also head over to my Instagram, Facebook, and Patreon. I'll put links to those down here. Do a lot of behind the scenes stuff. Make sure to check those out. The Hobbywing Motor ESC was sent to me by Hobbycool RC, the same company that made the D6 charger for my previous video. To my knowledge, this is going to be the cheapest option for getting a censored Motor ESC combo. Hobbywing makes this in a 1200 and an 1800 kV version. I have the 1800 kV. You can run this off 2 and 3S LiPos. Okay, let's show you guys what comes in the box. Here's everything that comes in the box. You have your instructions pack, Hobbywing decals, we have the Motor ESC itself, a couple cables and zip ties, and really neat that it comes with a programming card. I really like that about the Hobbywing Motor ESCs. They provide a programming card. You don't have to get a separate unit, which is really nice. And I also heard that you can use any Hobbywing programming card with this, except for the instructions will be different. They'll be specific to whatever Motor ESC. We'll talk about some of the programming settings when we install it in my TRX4. This is a really nicely designed motor. It looks super cool. This is actually my third Hobbywing Motor ESC. I also have the Axe-Zeron brushless censored one and also the QuicRun, I believe, in my Capra. You're gonna have a nice on and off button here. And also there's this little rubber cap that hides the programming slot. So your speed control is gonna be in this top piece here. And then of course you have your motor. It comes with an XT60 connector, which is great because I run those. And then here's the cable that's gonna go into your receiver. To do the programming, you're gonna take the JST plug it into the top here. It also has the black. You're gonna want the black on the left. And then you just take the little rubber cap out and then also black on the left. And then it allows you to program the motor. So just briefly about the FOC technology, I'll show you guys how it functions when we install this in the TRX4, but it stands for Field Oriented Control, which is a closed loop sensor system. And this allows you to maintain your speed in your rig when you come up to a feature like a rock or anything else that gets in the way. Typically a brushed motor will stall out, so it'll actually stop your car, but this one will maintain whatever speed you have and continue that speed over the features, which is super nice for crawlers. One thing I was concerned about this is that it is so compact. How is the cooling gonna be? It has a temperature sensor in here, so if it gets too hot, it will shut off. It's supposed to be highly efficient though, so it's not gonna generate a ton of heat, but we will see. I have a temperature gauge. We're gonna put it through its paces and see what the temperature looks like after we've run it. And as I mentioned, this is going to be going in my Traxxas TRX4, which I've done a ton to actually, but not a lot recently. And I'm actually still running the stock Motor ESC from Traxxas. I've actually had pretty good luck with it. No issues really. Some people have had, motors or ESCs go bad in these, but I've actually been pretty satisfied. Here is my stock motor, which is the 21 turn 550 size Titan motor. It's going to be relatively similar in size to the Hobbywing unit, so I think that's going to fit really nicely there. And we're also going to have to remove the Traxxas XL5HV ESC. I've been running this. I think I've had the TRX4 2 or 3 years now. I'll just go over quickly what I have done to this so far. So for my electronics, I have an ESS 1 Plus sound system. This makes engine sounds that's linked to our throttle control. I have still the stock shift servos, so our 2-speed and our locking diffs over here. For my receiver, I'm just running the stock Traxxas receiver with the stock controller. running a 35 kilogram servo from Amazon, I believe. Running King dual spring shocks from RC 4-wheel drive. These are Goodyear Wrangler MTRs from RC 4-wheel drive. Really love this tire. Super scale, really nice tread pattern. Running Bully Pro beadlock rims. Really satisfied with this tire wheel combo. I am losing a couple screws here. Still running my Defender body with the My Truck RC light kit, Night Customs upgrade like hood vents, windshield wipers. Running the Racing metal axle kit and their brass upgrade kit. So portal weights, brass knuckles. So it is a pretty heavy rig. It'll be interesting to see how the Hobbywing setup handles a heavier rig. Never actually disassembled this before, but it looks like we just take off this motor cap. Still running the 11 tooth pinion, which is super tiny looking. This also has the motor plate where you set your gear mesh based on the pinion tooth. Didn't realize that was part of the TRX4 system. The SCX 10.3 also has this same system. Okay, so let's take this off. This one definitely feels heavier than the new Fusion. Gonna align the grub screw with the flat part of the motor shaft. Now we're gonna uninstall the ESC. So there is a zip tie holding on the ESC below the battery tray, so I had to take this off. We're gonna remove that and get the ESC out of here. Yay, we're free! Now let's put the QuicRun in. We are done with the install. That was pretty simple, actually. It was really easy to swap it out. The motor is really accessible in the TRX4. Everything's hooked up. I'm not gonna make the mistake of reassembling everything before we've tested it out, so let's turn it on. When you're going to be messing around with programming and a new motor that you're not familiar with and not set up yet, I would suggest elevating your car or taking the tires off just so you don't have tires falling off the table onto the ground. I have a 2 and a 3S LiPo. I typically only run 2S LiPos in this, but we're going to try it on both so you can see how it handles. Let's plug it in this time. Whoops. When you're first setting it up, you're going to want to do a throttle calibration. So to do that in the off state, you're going to press and hold the power button. And that'll put it in throttle calibration mode. So first we're going to do neutral, do nothing, press the button. It's going to turn green. And then we're going to do full forward, press the button, it'll turn green again, and then full reverse. And then we're good to go. Let's see. Nice. We're not even full throttling yet. That is crazy. I already like it a lot. Let's see how slow we can go. That's insane. Okay, now before we get too carried away, let's do some programming. To do programming, we're gonna turn this off. Just long press it. Then you're going to take out the little rubber cap, grab your programming card and your cable, and then batteries connected. We're going to turn this on again. Here you're going to select through the different items. There's 9 different programming settings that you can do. The first one is RPM or throttle matching, and that's going to be our FOC. So if you want that engaged or enabled, you're going to press 1, make sure the value is 1. If you want it disabled and you want it to act more like a brushed system, then you can disable it. But since I really want to try out the FOC, we're going to keep that at 1. Our next one is LiPo cell, so you can have it auto detect, or you can set it just to 2 or just to 3S LiPos. I'm going to interchange both 2 and 3s. If you have it set to auto though, just make sure that you're using fully charged batteries because it might not be able to tell if it's a 2 or a 3S if it's not fully charged. So we have that set to auto. So our voltage cutoff is number 3, and you can have that disabled if you're not using LiPo batteries. But if you are, you can set that to either low, intermediate, or high. That's going to be how precautionary you are with your low voltage cutoff. You can have that set to high, which means it'll cut off at a higher voltage, or you can set that to intermediate or low. We're just going to keep that at intermediate. Next one, 4, is our ESC thermal protection. So that's the temperature at which it'll turn off if it gets too hot. We're going to keep that at 1, which is also precautionary. That's the lower temperature. Number 5. So our motor rotation, I did notice that from the factory it has this set to value 1, which is counterclockwise. For the TRX4, we need that set to clockwise, so I set that to 2. 6 is our BEC voltage, so that's the internal BEC. You can set that to 6 or 7.4. I think our micro servos are limiting how high of a voltage we can put out, so I'm just going to keep that at 6. Number 7 is how much drag brake that it'll apply when you let go of the throttle, and so you can set that from anywhere from disabled to level 8. I set that to level 4. That's kind of intermediate. I think we'll try that out first and see how we like it. Number 8 is the drag brake rate. So like how quickly the brake is applied. So you can either have it brake really quickly or you can have it slowly engage. So we have that set to level 3 of 9. I think that's on the lower end. I want it to slowly engage, so not this like super immediate braking force. So we'll see how we like level 3. And then the last setting is max reverse force. I don't like a lot of reverse. Some people really like 100% really strong reverse. I have mine set to 2, which is 50%. I think we'll try that out first and see how we like it. And if you change any of the settings, you just go to OK. It'll apply those to the Motor ESC. And then we're going to turn this off. We're good to go. Let's try this out. All right, we are ready to take this outside. I want to show you guys how the FOC works on a couple features. I'm going to do a temperature check also before and after and see how hot the motor gets. And let's have some fun. Let's take it away. So it looks like our initial temperature is 63 degrees Fahrenheit or 17 degrees Celsius. So we are quite far away from our cutoff temperature. But let's see what temperature it is after we run it. All right, first we're going to test out the FOC system. I want to show you guys how much control you actually have with this. With the TRX4 stock controller, you have your cruise control button and also the multifunction knob, which I just learned that you can set this to like a bunch of different functions. But from the factory, it should be set to your cruise control. So once you set your speed, lock it in, you can tune up or down and go faster or slower by just using this little dial. I'm literally just going to be steering and we're going to see how the TRX4 performs going over this little hill here. We're in our low speed here. We're going to set it pretty slow and we're going to keep it at this speed. So I'm not touching the throttle at all. And usually a brush motor will stall out here. So the FOC system will not. It'll maintain that speed. Whatever feature you're approaching or going down, however steep it is, it's gonna keep that speed. It's pretty cool. So we have a little bit steeper of a feature. We're gonna get the car going. We're gonna put it in speed control again. Let's turn it up a little bit this time. Otherwise it's gonna take an hour to get up here because it's so slow, it's crazy. Okay, so we have this on cruise control. I'm not touching anything. And it's going to maintain its speed. So let's do a little turning so we don't go off the other end. Look how much control you get. And my rig is so heavy, so that's a lot of weight to control, and it's doing really good. All right, here we go again on our cruise control. It's going to maintain our speed. Super cool. Next, we're going to do some speed. I want to show you guys the speed on 2S in both high and low gear and see how it goes. Let's take it away. This is in our low gear. Whoa, this is crazy. This is 2S. In low gear, so this is our top speed in low gear. Whee! All right, we're going to switch it into our high gear now. Whoa, boy, this thing is freaking fast. Jeez, oh my gosh. That's crazy. That is nuts. So if you're the kind of person that likes to like overpower your crawlers, this definitely has the potential to have some speed. So you can also go like crazy slow. So yeah, it's still moving right now. It's insane. We're gonna turn it a little bit. So you can go that slow or you can go crazy freaking fast. Whee! So this is full throttle. I don't want it to tip over, but so this is full throttle in our high gear right now. Whee! But I do really like the braking speed, so you can see that here. It doesn't immediately stop, it slowly applies the braking, which is kind of cool. I'm not one that wants like an overpowered crawler. To me, this is like the perfect amount of going super slow, but also having that speed when you need it. Full throttle, braking. Sorry, Dante, I know this is annoying. Actually, let's take this up to the crawler course now, and I'll show you guys the FOC perform on some features. Let's take it to that staircase feature. I bet it's gonna be freaking amazing on that. So I can tell that I don't have enough drag brake programmed in. My car is super heavy, and when I put it at neutral, it should hold the car in position, which it's not. So that's telling me I need to add a little bit more drag brake. 6 should be braking level 5, and there's 3 settings above that. So let's try that. All right, here we are at my crawler course. It does need a little TLC, but I think you can get the gist of the FOC function. I'm gonna do this in real time. I usually slow down the frame rate of my crawler vids, but this, I want you guys to see how it functions in real time. So we're gonna set our cruise control. Set now. We're in our slow gear, and we're gonna see how this goes down this little ramp here. Gonna get our back wheels on. So it should just maintain that nice and slow speed. Nice. We're still on cruise control. We're gonna turn down our speed a little bit. It's crazy how much control you have with this thing. It's awesome. It's kind of like a new way of driving, actually. Teeter-totter feature. Whee! An approach from over here. All right, we got up. We're gonna set our cruise control. Turn it up a little bit. We got full turn right now. Got our MTRs really digging in there, which is awesome. Still on cruise control. Oh boy, my tire is getting real close to the edge here. So the trick with this feature is that once you get to the top, you sort of want to reverse, and my drag brake is set perfectly. So at neutral, the TRX4 is holding itself on the feature, which is perfect. The tire is not touching, and our drag brake is holding the motor in position. This is like probably a 10-pound rig. That's crazy. We're on cruise control, got the FOC functioning, and we're gonna high center again, of course. Look how steep that is, and look how much control we have. Probably sick of saying how much control I have with this thing, but I'm just so impressed. It's crazy. #71, 70.1 degrees Fahrenheit. 21 degrees Celsius, 27 degrees Celsius. It feels warm to the touch, but it's definitely not hot. That is pretty much it for this video. Hopefully you guys got a sense of the Fusion 2-in-1 capabilities. It's so quiet, there's so much tunability, the price is right. Honestly, I'm gonna pick up another one of these for another one of my rigs. You still have a lot of speed with this. It handles the 2-speed shifting really nicely. One thing I might tune a little bit is the sensitivity around neutral. If your throttle trigger is at all sticky, you're gonna see that in the movement of the rig. It's so sensitive. I'm not sure if you can do this with the TRX4 transmitter. I know you can with the DX5 Rugged, but FOC combined with cruise control and the little dial knob is just a way different driving experience that it's a ton of fun. Okay, I'll stop raving about it. There's gotta be something bad. I'll let you know when I've had more time with it. But if you guys have one of these, let me know how you've liked it, what rig you put it in. Let me know in a comment below. Thanks to Hobbycool RC for sending out one of the Hobbywing Fusion 2-in-1 Motor ESC combos. I had a ton of fun with it. All right, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, make sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you later. All right, let's end this video.